Hello, this is Joshua Kruger at Krieg Sports Talk. So today I would like to give my reactions to my predictions for the AFC and NFC Championship game. So, as I said, I picked the Saints and the Patriots to go into the Super Bowl, and I was obviously wrong with the Saints pick. Now, as I said before, Tom Brady was going to win at situational football, and that's what he did. He won when they had 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He had that drive to get the lead, and then obviously it went to overtime because Patrick Mahomes hit the field goal. But Tom Brady drove down and got a touchdown on that drive, and that's what he needed. Also in OT, he got the ball first time, and what do? They scored a touchdown. They had 3 third downs on that drive, and they converted all of them. And I knew Tom Brady, when it got to overtime, he was going to win the ball game because he's Tom Brady. He's the best at situational football. Now, the Patriots, they did everything they wanted. I mean, look at the stats right here. Sony Michel, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Patriots are a run-first team, and when they are able to rush the ball 100 yards, as you saw, they were able to win. Julian Edelman, 7 catches, 96 yards. Julian Edelman is really good in the playoffs. Rob Gronkowski, he was also playing very well. 6 receptions, 79 yards, and he had that third down catch in overtime. Chris Hogan, he made a really big play on that final drive to get him there. I thought Rex Burkhead played extremely well when it came down to it. You could see they just couldn't stop him. So I was pretty impressed with the Patriots' offense. Now, for a defense that supposedly isn't very good, the Patriots played very well. And the Kansas City Chiefs are number 1 ranked offense. Patrick Mahomes was consistently pressured, except in those final 3 minutes when they were able to score all those touchdowns and ended up making it to go in overtime. But Patrick Mahomes, he had a 73 quarterback rating. He only threw for 295 yards. That's, if he's going to be the MVP, I expected him to play better than what he did. Also, they didn't really run the ball very well, only 41 yards rushing on the ground. And then, when you would think Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce would have been in the game plan, and they would have had plays for him, but look at this. Travis Kelce, 3 receptions, 23 yards. Tyreek Hill, 1 reception for 42 yards. That just isn't what you would expect from the Chiefs. And if Tyreek Hill, he should have played better. They all should have played better. The Chiefs had everything to lose, and they lost. Now, moving on from that game, let's look at the Saints game. Now, the Saints and Rams, this was a very good game. I do believe that call by the refs was totally terrible. I do not know what they were thinking. That was a helmet-to-helmet collision when you looked at the replay. But you have to live with that. But also, the Saints, they got away with a few calls too. I mean, it's not like they didn't get away with anything. The refs didn't call anything pretty much the whole game. You saw there was very little pass interference penalties. There was face masks that went undone. There was literally no penalties that whole entire game. So let's get to the stats. You would think Alvin Kamara and Melvin Ingram, they are the best running duo in the NFL right now. And they combined for a total of 46 yards. That defense, who has a lot of stars, played up to the level we thought they could. The Ndamukong Suh, Aaron Donald, who probably is going to end up getting Defensive Player of the Year because, he almost beat Michael Strahan's sack record. They played very well. Keep the lead, Marcus Peters, who they traded for, they played very well. That defense stepped up to it. And I hate to say it, but Jared Goff played better than Drew Brees. When you look at the quarterback, Drew Brees 26 for 40, Jared Goff 25 for 40. Jared Goff looked in the first half, he wasn't what he could have been. But you have to realize he's going into the Superdome, and that crowd was loud. You couldn't hear anything probably first hour and a half. They couldn't get their signals done. As you could tell, first drive, they were completely in disarray because of the noise. But towards the end of the game, Jared Goff played very well. 25 for 40, 297 yards, and quarterback rating of 75.1. He played very well, and on that overtime drive, he was able to hit his receivers. Drew Brees, he played pretty well, but as I said, that interception really I think the interception really cost him an OT. If he doesn't throw that interception, I'm not sure. I'm here saying the Saints lost. But the Los Angeles, I don't know what is wrong with Todd Gurley, but he wasn't playing, and I don't know why. C.J. Anderson, he did a very good job at running back. He only had 16 carries for 44 yards. But what he's had on the impact of that team, I'm not sure if they're in the NFC Championship game if it's not for C.J. Anderson doing as good of a job as he has been. But Todd Gurley only 4 carries, 10 yards, and he only got 1 touchdown off that drive when they got pretty close to when they got in the red zone. And then let's look at the receiving yards. It seemed like towards the end on 3rd down, I don't know what happened, but the Saints couldn't stop them. I don't know what was happening on there. But Brandon Cooks came up big on one of those 3rd downs. Robert Woods played very well. But also that Gerald Everett on those he had some big plays down the stretch that I thought were pretty important. So I thought the receivers stepped up to the plate, but New Orleans, they were locked down. For that one drive out, Alvin Kamara was unstoppable. But after that, they started cutting down, and Alvin Kamara ended up getting 11 receptions, 96 yards. But what's interesting was Michael Thomas was not being used at all in this game. Only 4 catches, 36 yards. So I would have thought Michael Thomas, as I said before in the other video, he would have had a huge game, but he didn't. So, you gotta live with that. So, as I said, that botched call was pretty big in the Saints game, but you have to live with those calls, even though us fans might get angry at those calls. Sometimes you just have to deal with them. But I thought the refs did overall pretty good job. As in the Patriots-Chiefs game, there were some really big calls they had to play, and I thought they made the right decisions. So right now I'm going to end this video. Thank you for letting me make this video. As I said, subscribe to Creed Sports Talk. Make sure to like the video, and feel free to leave a comment if you agree, disagree, what you think of my reaction to this video is. Thank you. Bye.